Hey, what's up guys? Joker here. Today we have got a bit of tech news concerning the Nvidia Geforce Partner Program yet again, as we've got some further information today coming directly from AMD, who is straight up throwing shade Nvidia's way. But first, I want to let you know that today's video is being sponsored by the Joker Productions Spreadshirt Shop, where you can grab yourself a Make AMD Great Again or possibly an Nvidia Gimpworks shirt, or the new JP Circuit logo design on a t-shirt or a coffee mug, if that's more of your flavor. But with that out of the way, let's get fired straight into the news. So we're going to start off over with Asus, who has started to roll out their new Ares branding, spelled A-R-E-Z, for all of their AMD-based graphics card. And this really falls directly in line with what we've been talking about over the last month or so with the Nvidia Geforce Partner Program, and them being pretty much forced to release an AMD exclusive lineup of graphics cards under a different brand from the ROG brand that we have seen over the past many of years. It's pretty much been over the past 3 to 5 years or so where Asus has been building up this brand and having AMD as well as Nvidia under the same banner of ROG. Well, now the Nvidia cards will be under ROG, while the AMD cards will be under Ares. Now, some of the sub-brands like Strix will still remain for both of those cards. So you'll have ROG Strix for Nvidia, while for AMD you'll have things like Ares Strix. As you can see over on the Asus website, they have several AMD graphics cards listed over there with different brandings, with the Strix lineup also included in that, with Vega 64, Vega 56, RX 580, so on and so forth. Many different Asus cards listed under this Ares branding, which is falling directly in line with what we've seen so far from the Geforce Partner Program, which Nvidia has pretty much stayed mute about. The partners aren't talking about it at all, because as you all know by now, the first rule of the Geforce Partner Program is you do not talk about the Geforce Partner Program. But here it is. I mean, we've known this was going to be coming. Just a few weeks back, we saw the Aorus branding mysteriously missing from some new AMD products from Gigabyte. We saw the Gaming X brands starting to disappear from MSI products. And now with Asus, we can already see exclusive brandings of Ares for the AMD cards, which really makes it look like all of the previous brands that we have known and come to love over the past several years as being built up as these premium gaming brands are now going to be aligned exclusively with Nvidia, which really has to lead you to believe as to why Nvidia is getting first dibs on all of these gaming brands that have been built up with all these marketing dollars over the past previous years, and AMD is pretty much being forced to start from scratch. I'm guessing this probably has something to do with the language that is part of the Geforce Partner Program negotiation and contracts that they have with the different add-in board partners. I mean, we don't know the specific language of this, but I'm guessing Nvidia has probably instituted something like, if you already had a brand previously aligned with Nvidia and Geforce, then that brand will have to continue to stay under the Geforce banner as a way of kind of removing any sort of confusion between the branding of AMD and Nvidia cards. That's sort of their legal mumbo and marketing jumbo that's going on right now, which is just complete and utter horseshit to begin with. But seeing this, it's pretty obvious that the Geforce Partner Program is here to stay. Like, Geforce Partner Program has already walked through your front door. They walked through the front door. They're now sitting in your favorite easy chair. They put their shoes up on your coffee table. They're drinking your last beer, and they're getting ready to fuck your wife. That's the Geforce Partner Program in a nutshell. They are here to stay. They are overstaying their welcome, even though nobody really wants them except Nvidia. They are unfortunately here to stay. And then coming out of the wings, guns blazing, AMD has put out a blog post today which pretty much has the Geforce Partner Program directly in their sights. Leading off this statement from AMD, this was written by Scott Herkelman over on the Radeon RX blog, which I'll link to down in the description below with all the rest of today's sources. He had this to say. In a blog post titled Radeon RX Graphics, A Gamer's Choice, he goes on to say, our proud pastime of PC gaming is built on the idea of freedom. Freedom to choose how to play the game, what to do and when to do it, and specifically what to play it on. And that's really kind of what the Geforce Partner Program goes on and plays against. And now, since we've seen this initial rollout here of the Ares lineup from Asus, we can expect to see this in the upcoming lineups from different brands like MSI and Gigabyte as well. As he goes on to say, over the coming weeks, you can expect to see our add-in board partners launch new brands that carry an AMD Radeon product. AMD is pledging to reignite this freedom of choice when gamers choose an AMD Radeon RX graphics card. These brands will share the same values of openness, innovation, and inclusivity that most gamers take to heart. The freedom to tell others in the industry that they won't be boxed into choosing a proprietary solution that comes bundled with gamer taxes just to enjoy great experiences they should rightfully have access to. The freedom to support a brand that actively works to advance the art of science of PC gaming while expanding its reach. So really what they're talking about here is their willingness to stick with the open source technology, which AMD has kind of been known for over the past several years, while Nvidia continues to try to move gamers into sort of a walled garden of technology, which will keep you inside of their ecosystem. And AMD has pretty much been against that from the beginning, as they go on here to say, we create open and free game development technologies that enables the next generation of immersive gaming and experiences across PC and console ecosystems. Those efforts have resulted in advancements such as AMD FreeSync adoption on TVs for Xbox One S or X, integration of forward-looking Vega architecture features and technologies into Far Cry 5 without penalizing the competition. And that has certainly proven true. We've seen that over the past month or so, where FreeSync has now made its way onto TVs, and Far Cry 5, which is the first title to be aligned in the franchise with AMD in the past few games here in that series. And in the previous games where they were aligned with Nvidia, we saw the performance pretty much being completely crippled by GameWorks. Just 100% crippled. Far Cry 4, Far Cry 3 all ran like a fucking bag of hobo shit. The first game that we've seen here partner with AMD, Far Cry 5, which was using their rapid packed math technology for Vega, saw performance improvements not only for AMD, but also for Nvidia as well. As I've seen that in all of my testing on AMD and Nvidia cards. Far Cry 5 runs amazing in comparison to any of the previous GameWorks aligned titles, because just bottom line, they ran like complete dog shit. So yeah, this is basically Nvidia, sticking with the Geforce Partner Program. The partners are aligning with it, and it seems like they're pretty much being forced to give them their premium gaming brands that they have built up over so many years. And AMD is pretty much being forced to start from scratch with their add-in board partners with these brands. And we can just hope that gamers will kind of see through this bullshit and not choose to buy based off of a necessary gaming brand like ROG or Ares or whatever, and just pretty much choose the best product at the end of the day, best product for bang for the buck and all of that. And really, I mean, Nvidia, no doubt about it, they have the most powerful graphics cards right now. There's no doubting that. But when the graphics cards are priced at the right price, which really can't do anything right now with the memory shortages and the miners and all of that, when you consider a graphics card purchase with a monitor purchase bundled with that, getting a FreeSync monitor with an AMD card is a much better purchase when it comes to bang for the buck, when you're considering all of that as an entire package. But there's no doubt Nvidia just has the better cards right now, and that is kind of why they can keep pushing this forward and making these partners come on board with them with the Geforce Partner Program, which is just a real shame at the end of the day. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments below on this. If you enjoyed this video or learned something new, don't forget to subscribe if you're not already, and leave a like on the video. And I will catch you guys tomorrow for another one. Ta-ra.